gentlemen, good morning. How is everyone doing? All right, so CPI came out today. Um, Everything was better than expected, so things are looking good. We got a nice little dip right into the zone. Looks like we popped up out of the zone, and here we are. So, what are we going to do today? That's the question. So, let's see if we hold this and shoot on up back into the sixes. I'd like to see that. Maybe we even hit the top of this zone, but we'll see. That looks pretty strong though. That's pretty strong. We wicked right down into the zone, popped right out of it. So I'd like to see if we get some continuation. I'm definitely feeling a little bullish. So looking for a long entry. As far as overnight, let's see. Let's get this off for 1 minute. Overnight. Like a lot of chop. So we ranged out overnight. Looks like 476 up to 527, but for the most part, looks like we had a 30-point range for the majority of the night. And here we go. So I'm kind of liking this area here off of 95. It's a little early to get in. Let's feel this one out. Okay, got in maybe a little early. Scooting up my stop there, or my profit. First profit target, I'm going to do a stop break even. Let's see what we got. Alright, scoot this up just a little bit more. This is break even. Right out the gate. So we're sitting about 30 points. See if we can get closer to 50. I think we'll run past 50. But I'm about to close out pretty soon because I have a specific profit in mind, and I'm about to hit it. Actually, want to get up around 40. Let's get this up here. Put my stop in the green. There we go. So I think we're going to keep on pushing up. I had to stop there because I started up a new eval today with Top Step. So I already hit my 4,500 mark for the day. But that's it. So I think we're going to keep pushing up. If you guys are long right now, congrats. I hope this keeps running for you. Love to see this go into the sixes and see what else we get. So I got to switch over to my my Apex Trader funding. I have a little bit more to go with that. I just got to lock in another day. That's it. But everything's up over 3K. Hey, what's up, Sam? Good morning. Looks like a pretty solid morning. Everything's looking pretty good. Really clear. Really clear. So I like how we held this little spot here. Let's go back down to the 1 minute. See, I have this little, I won't even call it a zone, but it's this little pocket. That's what I was looking for. I wanted that to hold. We had spent some time over it. We closed over it, and then, it opened. You're typically going to get a little bit of a dip down, and the market was looking really strong. So I don't always get in right at the start of the market, but I like that area right there. And so since it held, that's why I got in and went for the long. So I think it's still going to push. If that was a real funded account, I would be holding on to some of that. But let's see what we get. How's your morning going so far? How you doing? Good morning. Thanks for joining. let's see what we're going to be running into. Let's go over to the 1 hour. Okay, that makes sense. So you see this little pocket right in here. So around 50. 50 is usually the mark, right? So 50 to 60 right there. So hopefully it's just a little bit of a pullback. I'd like to see us get right back over that. Please let me know if you guys can hear me okay. Yesterday, I guess I had the music a little loud. So if that's still a little too loud for you, if it's overpowering my voice, or if you can barely hear me, just please let me know. Because I don't know what's going on your end. So looks like we closed at 520. Based on what we did yesterday, I think between 515 to 522. I think that's a good entry spot if I was going to go long. So if we get another little quick pullback, that's what I'd be looking at. And if you look at the hourly, it kind of shows you why. Let's see, right in here. You have this little bit right here. And yesterday when we came down into that, we actually bounced right off of that. We came down to 522 and we slowed down. And this candle right in here. We had a low of 1675. So that's why I think that makes sense if we get a pullback into there. But looks like we're pushing up. So what are you guys seeing? Are you seeing a different entry? You looking for something else, or you looking for shorts? What's going on? If you look at this right here, another possible spot would be 38 if we're clearing the 20s by a lot. So like if we end up closing closer up to here, then that'd be a closer entry. Kind of like that, but the stop though is the question. So if I were to give it in at 38, I'd probably have a stop at 29. But that depends on where this would close. So if this 5-minute candle closed closer to like 47, something like that, that's when I'd be looking at a 38 entry. And so we still have another minute and 40 to go. play I'd be looking at is if we hopped up into the 70s, then I'd like an entry around 60. I think that'd be good. Between 54 to 60. I like that. Stop would be like at 48, 49. But that's if we pushed up here and closed out in this area. Hi, good morning. Thanks for joining. So it looks like we're holding pretty good. This definitely looks good. I like it. All right, so closing at 38. I like that. Maybe I'll switch this over to demo. Since I got my trades in for the day, I'm gonna go to demo. Wait 1 second. Don't mind the screen. I'm still here. I'm just gonna switch some things up. Gives me a chance to play with the ATM with Quant Tower too. One thing I don't like about the ATM on Quant Tower is the fact that if you're putting in multiple contracts, what I like to do is I like to stagger my profit targets as well as my stop loss. Actually, the stop loss I like to have the same. So if I have one stop loss across the board, let's say it's 10 points, then I'd like to have, let's say, 3 profit targets, one at, let's say, 5, 15, and then 20 or something like that. With Quant Tower, it doesn't let you do exactly that. You have to have different stop losses if you're using a multi ATM strategy for multiple positions. Or it's one position but with multiple contracts. So it's kind of weird. But they also have a simple one, but that makes everything the same. You know, so it's like you have one profit target and one stop loss, and you can have as many contracts as you want. But I still don't really like that. It's different than NinjaTrader. NinjaTrader, I can, let's say, set up 3 contracts, and I can have them staggered however I want, and I can even include trailing stops on just certain ones. You know, let's say it's my last one, I just want to set up an auto trailing stop. I can just include that on there, and that's really nice. Quant Tower doesn't allow you to do that exactly. So they do have a trailing stop, but it's got to be the same for everything. Alright, so we have another 2 minutes. We're in the 50s. So pushing over 60s. I like this right here. Let me just draw a box. Stop there. That's what I'd be looking at if we closed up here. Looks like we did a little bit of a rejection. Right off the 60. That's okay. so we came down to 27, looks like. So that would have been the entry. I liked it down here at 22. If this closed around here, around 39, 38, I'd still want to get in like at 22, 24, something like that. Then I'd have my stop at 14 or 15. Anybody here tried taking a stab at the CPI trade this morning? I don't typically, I don't try to trade that kind of stuff, but I did take a look at it. I was watching what was happening, and once I saw this giant wick forming, I definitely like that. So then I was scaling in small, right around the 20 mark. So we had popped up, we were hovering up here, and then we came back down in the middle. And I just started kind of scaling in just a couple contracts, and then I was kind of scalping, taking some profit, and then adding back on. So that's kind of how I started my morning. But I don't typically trade that kind of news because it's pretty crazy. But this seemed pretty straightforward today. It would have been nice if this wicked down all the way to the bottom, but that was pretty close. So the wick came down to, what was that, 406. And so the bottom of my zone is 403. So for me, that was confirmation enough that we were holding that zone. But still kind of a dangerous trade though. And I was giving it a little bit of a wide stop. So if I got stopped out, I was going to be giving up probably 800 bucks. So we closed at 54. Okay, so at that point, I wanted to hold within that candle here. Let's see, I'll do 22. See if we get tagged in. So this is a demo trade because I'm done for the day with the other account. So I did switch over to demo. So I like the idea of getting in around 22 all the way down to 17. And I put my stop at 1450. I was trying to get 2 contracts. I could have went in smaller, so I could have went in just for 1 contract, and we could have tried to get in at the base or the bottom of this wick here. If you're looking at this 5-minute candle here, I could have tried to get in at the bottom of that wick and given it a wider stop. So, but I would have had to minimize or reduce my size, because I would have to give it a wider stop. So getting in at 27 or 28, I would still want my stop down here at 14, so that'd be a 14-point stop. So I would not have went in with 2 contracts. And even though this is a demo, you know, I still want to try to trade it like I would my normal account. So I highly recommend if you're doing a demo or whatever, you know, if you're in the sim, that you do the same. You want to keep it real. It's not beneficial to you if you're trading, you know, 30 contracts or 40 contracts when in all reality it's, you know, it's not what you're going to be doing once you get funded or if you have a real account. Okay, so we're holding pretty good. I don't think we're going to be coming back down here to the 20s, closing up here. So I'm going to close that out. And instead see if I can get a fill around 38. Could try to take the break over 60, but I would prefer that this build out a little bit more before I try to take a break. I'm going to set my stop just below that wick. Actually, so move it up here, and then if that fails, I would just try to get in a little bit cheaper. I'd try to get in at 18. Alright, so I got stopped out. Alright, and 13 would be my stop. Move it down just below that. So I would have got stopped out. By default, I have it set at 10. So I'm just going to move it up to 11 just under the wick. See if we hold. Let's see, so it's 10 points. I think in the previous trade, let's see, I got in at 38, got stopped out at 25, so I gave up 13. So I'd like to make that back. Really hope this holds. I was hoping we'd be pushing up a lot more today. Okay. Well, that stinks. Hey, good morning, Ian. How's it going? Is that Ryan? I'm sorry. Am I pronouncing your name wrong? Is it Ryan or is it Rayan? Gotcha. Thanks. Well, now that it's under the 20, the question is it going to hold? So at this point, being wrong a couple times there, I'd definitely be sitting out, waiting for some kind of confirmation. Let's see if we're going to continue along. And looks like we still have, so it's a new candle. We have 3.5 minutes left. How's your morning going so far? You taking any trades yet? Yeah, a little choppy. Agreed. Yeah, when in doubt, when things are extra volatile, a little choppy, it's definitely good to switch to micros or just lower your position size. Absolutely. Nice job, man. Way to go. Yeah, keep it green. Oh, congrats. Very good. I should hopefully be up and running with some PAs myself tomorrow. Um, so we can get that going together. Uh, right now, I'm gonna do monthly. Yeah, I'm gonna go for monthly. Um, and as long as this set goes well, then in the next set, then I'll do the one time. Gotcha. No, it's good. One time's better, but I don't know. I'm just I don't know. I guess the confidence isn't 100% there for me. So, I mean, I'm hoping this is it, and I'm going to be able to keep all these and just keep moving forward. That's the plan. But I'm going to just feel it out and see how it goes. But the plan is to get these going, and once I pull out some funds, then have it pay for another set of evals, and then the next set I'll just go ahead and do one time. I'm sorry about that. Hope that wasn't too loud for you guys. Oh, congrats. At least you got the payment. That's good, man. Well, the fact that you went with the one time, hopefully this is it for you, you know. Just go small, you know. I think you got this. Yeah, Ryan, overall, I'm definitely feeling bullish, especially if this continues to hold this area up here. I am liking it. I think we had our dip for the day. So looking over here, you know, we wicked right down into this zone I have down here, almost to the bottom, and got bought right back up so fast. So this is, let's see, let's go with the 5 minute. There you go. So here's a 5 minute candle. So once I saw that wick forming like really fast, I was feeling pretty good about that. So yeah, we just need to hold up here, and then if we can get over the 60 pocket, then push up into the 600s. I think we're looking good, but you know we got to get over this hump. But I'm definitely looking or feeling bullish. So if I do take another trade, it would be to the long side. Right now, I'm not interested in shorts. But if we continue to reject this area, though, then yeah, I might be looking for a short instead. But I think bullish. Got a little hesitation. Hopefully we can get over it. Let's look at the Russell. The Russell doesn't look so hot. Russell's selling off. So let's see what we do. Yeah, the Russell's just selling off, but it doesn't mean the NASDAQ will. Unless the Russell just makes a run for it and keeps going down, then we might see everything else turn around, but we'll see. Yeah, right now we're working with like a 40-point range. let's see if we can hold the 90s and get a little turnaround. But if not, then yeah, might be time to start looking for a short. I don't know. Excuse me. I don't always base my trades on news reports, um, but honestly, I did think that today the market would be pretty bullish because all the CPI data came out and it was better than expected. Um, so usually when that happens, we see some bullish moves. So nice little run up we got, sure, but I don't know if it's going to hold. This candle can close in the 90s or even over, just over 500, I think there's hope. But right now, it definitely doesn't look good. Contemplating looking at a short from, excuse me, um, between 93 up to 97. Stop at like 501. But looking at the hourly, I'm still feeling a little bullish if we hold within this area here. we created this base of support overnight around looks like from 74 to 78, and we just wicked down to that. So I'm gonna wait. Otherwise, I was thinking of taking a short right there. You can see where this candle wicked up to. That would have been my short entry to go short. I would have had one at 93 and then 96 and the stop just over 500, like 501. But looking at this hourly, I like that it's holding. So I think that still gives me a little bit of hope that we're going to be able to find a long. So if we can close up over 500, then yeah, I'd be looking at a long entry at 96. So just the other side. But now it looks like we're still rejecting this little box here. Yeah, it looks like that short would have worked out just fine. Now it's a little late. Well, if we can get over this 90 hum, close just over 500, then I would be looking at a long. Hey, good morning. Thanks for joining. Oh, FYI, in case you guys didn't get the emails from Apex, Apex did extend their 80% off. So that's pretty cool. It's going for another couple weeks, it looks like. So if you weren't able to take advantage of the 80% off, it's still valid. So during that time, definitely don't pay for resets, especially if the a new eval account is cheaper with the 80% off. Save your money from resets. The only thing that might be worth it would be the I think the 300K account. So it depends what happens there. It depends how we get there. But yeah, like if I was in a position, so let's say we're dropping down into a zone and I'm already short, I'm tightening things up. I've probably scaled out some and holding on just to a couple left, and then I'm watching my stop. And I'm trailing it a little bit tighter just in case we get a hard pop out of there. Um, but sometimes it just sinks down into the zone, and if it does that and it doesn't have much there's not a whole lot of play going on once we enter the zone, then we're safe and we continue with the short. But yeah, otherwise you're looking for a turnaround, just like over here, which I should have been looking at different time frames here. So we pushed up into this little pocket that I drew out, and so we're rejecting it. It looks like we're going to get over it. We reject it. So we're finding just a bunch of sellers. So that's if you're in a long position, you just want to tighten things up in case we get hard rejections and then reverse. So in this case, looking at the 1 minute, we came back up and then we didn't even make it up here again. And so here, if I was watching this, that would have been a lot clearer to see that you'd be getting some kind of turnaround. So definitely missed that. So if I did end up going short right in here, so like I was talking about grabbing some shorts at 93 and 96. So if that did happen, then on the way down, I'd definitely be scaling out, and then I'd be watching once we hit this here. Now we've been down here before, so there's a chance we're going to sell through it, but there is a chance that we'll hold right up in here and do a reverse. So we could see a reversal. Today we could be range bound. And we might be playing in between these numbers here. So we might hit 440, and then we might see a run back up to 550. Don't know. But I would definitely be watching out for that. We had such a strong bounce out of that zone. I was really hoping we hold up here and just continue up. I think there's still a chance. But right now we're still just selling off. So if we start to base out, let's say we come down here to the top of the zone and we start to form a bit of a base, then yeah, I might consider a long on that. All right, nice little bounce off the 54. It's not holding though. We'll see. We can keep it in the 60s. Hey, good morning. Thanks for joining. So yeah, let's see if we can get back up into this little pocket right up in here, and then I would consider going back in long. So I want us to close up around 500, and then maybe get a little pullback right into this 90 area. There we go. Buyers are stepping up. All right, so 15 seconds left in that candle. Was hoping for a little bit of a pullback. This thing just pulled back. Looks like a point. pullback. Okay, so closing up in the 20s, that puts me back at looking at an entry between 17 and 22 or 23 for a long. But that's if it closes up here. It's just cruising. I ended up putting 2 limit orders, so looking at one contract at 22, 22.75, and then another contract at 17. I'd want to be out both of those. I'm going to say 10.50. So it's a little wide. Feel a lot better about these entries if it closes around 27 or higher. Got half a minute. So for me, once we move into the 30s, maybe in the 40s, I'm going to get rid of this limit order at 17, and I'm just going to do a stop and just make it break even. And then see if we get a push. Hopefully we get over the 60 hump. We're looking pretty good. I just don't want to be stuck in this range. I want to get over 60. And get back into the 600s. That'd be awesome. Hourly looks really good. There's a giant wick here. Another giant wick here. This is really nice. We just got to get over that 60 hump. Hope that just keeps pushing. Right where it's at. Thinking about moving my stop back down to something like 14, and then adding on at 22, and then 17. because I like the entry there. All right, get over that 50 hump, and then hopefully we break 60. And as far as my my entry long, typically I would wait for, let's say, I wanted this candle to close around 30, you know, maybe 30 to 35, something like that, and then get a pullback down to 23, and that would have looked a lot better. But when we came past this, there's a little hump I have over here, right in here. So it's a little pocket between 93 and 96. I was hoping that we would close right around the 500 and then get a quick pullback down to 96, but it's not, the market's not behaving like that. So I was trying to kind of go with how the market's behaving. It's a little different today. So since we were kind of just pushing past things and holding support, that's why I ended up just putting my my entry at 23 where I wanted it, mid candle. So while this candle was still active. And I just gave it a little bit wider of a stop just in case it came a little bit lower than I wanted, but I did have my stop at, I think it was 11 or 1075, something like that. Yeah, let's see if we get this push, get over 60. Alright, so now that we're moving up, I'm just going to put my stop in the green. Earlier, I was going to just add on to my position because we were closing around this 30 area. So if we were going to get a quick pullback, I felt pretty good about just adding on 23, and then I was going to add on to 17. But now that we're moving a little bit higher, I'm just going to move my stop up. And then if it were to come back down, I'd be looking for a long again at 23 and 17 with a stop around 14. All right, so blew right over 60. That's pretty good. So I think we would need to watch out for 70. I think it was 74. And I think 83 was another little area of resistance. So hopefully we can get over that and right into the 600s. And I got stopped out. So I was just moving up my stop. I was going to put it right under 50. I think I put it at 49.75. And we came down to 49. So I made it a little too tight. I wanted this to hold over 54. So I might have just made it too tight, but we'll see what happens here. If this thing can hold right across the 50s, I think that'll be pretty good and be clean. See a nice another long entry there, but if not, we'll see. We might pull back a bit more. I still like 38, 38.50 as an entry. So I have limit order set at 38.75 with stop at 34.25. So what's that? A 4.5 point stop. And then if that didn't work out for me, then I'd be looking at 23 again. But being up here in the 50s, I think this would be okay. So if I do get tagged in, I'm going in with 2 contracts. I would scalp one of the contracts just to lock in some profit in case this thing doesn't work out, and then let the other one just run. We might be holding up here, so changes things a little bit. Alright, so just a heads up, I'm going to have to step away in a little bit. I'll be gone for 10 minutes or so, maybe 10 or 15 minutes. So I got to leave in about 3 minutes. But I'm going to leave things on. I'm even going to just leave my plays open, so let's see if they get tagged while I'm away. Hey, good morning. Thanks for joining. All right, so I'm gonna have to take off. I'll be back in just probably about 10 minutes or so. Shouldn't be more than 15. But I'm gonna leave everything open, and so I have some positions. I'm still waiting to see if they get filled. See if we get a pull back down to 38. My stop's at 34. I won't be here to scale out though, so let's see if it gets filled. But good luck to you guys. I'll be back in just a few. All right, so good luck. I'll be right back. All right, I am back. So it looks like we got a little bit of a push up. That's cool. Never got filled though, so that stinks. But looking good. How you guys doing? So I'm looking for a spot to get in long, since I didn't get my pullback down to 38. At this point, I would get in at 60. If we get a pullback down to there. Not sure that we will. Hey Barry, good morning. How's it going, man? How's your day been? Every day is great for Barry. I'm excited, man. Show me some numbers. What are you working with today? Man, that is impressive. Eval or no eval, that's great. Nice job. Killing it. Wow. So, is that so? There's a little bit of a variance. Was there that much slippage, or did you just not use a trade copier today? Or are you just doing them individually? Gotcha. Man, that's impressive. No trade copier. That's a lot of trades to make all those dollars. Nice job. Well done, man. Today's been pretty choppy too. So if you can carve that out, that's awesome. Oh, congrats on that too. That's great. Were you in the NQ today? All before 10, huh? Yeah, a lot of movement for sure. Way to see it though. That means you were seeing it, man. You must have a crystal ball. Always NQ, huh? Awesome. Yeah, I gotta put in my seventh day on the my evals too for Apex. I started up another Top Step, so I got that out of the way today. Well, as far as the first day, so I locked in about 46. I got to shave off $100, and then see if we can finish that up tomorrow. That'd be great. Otherwise, maybe just by the end of the week. So I got to find out more about that. See what's going on with those payouts. Yeah, hopefully they figure that out soon. Well, yeah, I'm glad you said something. I haven't switched over to those yet. I was going to do that after the stream today. So maybe I'll just hold off till tomorrow. Maybe they'll have it going by tomorrow. And hopefully they get that squared away. So were you trading during the CPI report, or did you give it a little bit to let it kind of play out? Definitely some wild moves this morning. Of course, silly me. Wild moves. I try to stay away from that stuff, but I'm not gonna lie, it sucked me in today. Yeah, bust out a breakdown. Yeah, I was watching this little zone down here, and once we wicked down near the bottom, and then we were starting to build this giant wick pretty fast, and once we came up towards the top of the zone, we were kind of hovering between the top and the middle. I ended up scaling in a little bit. Nice. Yeah, yeah, I had a pretty decent morning. I took that in the top step account. Um, so during this candle here, I probably made about 2,500, and then I did a few scalps around here, and then once we opened, let's see, I took an opening play because we were right around this little pocket down in here at open. And so I took it long because we dipped right down towards, I think it was around 93 or 96. So I got in there and took it right out the gate. That was like within the first, I think, 45 seconds or a minute of market open, which I don't typically play, but that was looking pretty good. So locked in a solid day on that 4,600. Yeah, I got to shave off $100, or I can just leave it. What is that? The NQ symbol on TradingView? Thanks. Andre, on TradingView, I think that sounds right. NQ1. Let me see if I can pull it up. Andre, looking at my trading view, I have NAS 100 in there, but I think that's a little different. Let me see what NQ1 is in there. It might be the same thing. Yeah, Andre, that's right. That's right. You got it. Nice job, Barry. Oh yeah. That's definitely one thing that messes with me a little bit. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, when switching between Top Step and Apex, you got to trade them a little differently. So I had traded Apex for so long, I was used to all the scalping. But I have my ATM set up with there, and I just try not to adjust it too much. Just try to leave it alone. That way, once my targets get hit, I'm just done. But with Top Step, I try to give it some room because you do have that end of day drawdown instead, which it's nice, but I think it messes with my head a little bit. So it looks like we're pulling back a little bit. I hope we come down to 60. I would like to get in at 60. So Barry, how many points do you typically look for when you're trading Apex? With me, with my ATM strategy, I usually have it set where if I'm taking two contracts, it's usually 5 and 10. Or sometimes I'll change it up. It just kind of depends on the exact setup. If there's plenty of room, then I might switch it to like 10 and 15. Or if I'm not 100% confident in there, I might leave it at 5 and then just push the other one out to like 15 or 20. It just kind of depends, but it's usually what I do. And if I'm trading 3, it's like 5, 10, and 15 or so. Oh, okay, nice. That's good. Yeah, usually that first 5 is easy to hit. Usually. That's really good. The other day I was watching Top Step. Top Step started doing their own live TV now, and what's kind of cool is they talk about different traders, and they talk about the good and bad, what they've done recently. And I guess there was some guy that was doing a ton of scalps last Friday, his first day in a funded account, and he scalped out $9,000. $9,000 in his first day funded. So I forgot how many trades that was, but it's a lot of trades. It's a lot of trades, man. Right. That's true. That's true. Yeah, the profit targets. It kind of depends on when you're trading too. All that takes a play into how that trade's going to go and the setup you look for and the profit targets that you're looking at. Yep, absolutely. So that takes a big play into it, especially if it's like an overnight position. So if I'm doing something late, 10 in the evening, 11 in the evening, something like that. Um, I'm going to want to keep it real small. Andre, for me, I checked out Surge Trader a long time ago. At this point, though, I've seen so many different things, I don't remember exactly all the details on that. I'd have to look that up again. It's been a while. How's it going with them, though? How's your eval going with Surge Trader? How are your fills? Are you liking that? And what platform are you using? I'll see you, Barry. Thanks again for stopping by, man. And good job today. You killed it. Oh, I see, Andre. Um, I'm checking out their site right now, and it looks interesting. It's a little bit pricier, but I see why. They don't charge activation fees once you get funded, which is kind of cool. But for someone just starting out, it is a little pricier. The 25K is $250. Looks like the 50K is 400. Wow. You can sign up for $1 million account, 6,500. That's pretty nuts. You can get up to 90% profit share. That sounds pretty good. Sounds interesting. Um, so I'm curious to find out a little bit more about their easy payout. It says there's no minimum required, but I'm sure you have to keep a certain amount in your account. So I wonder if they do have some kind of a buffer. But that's nice. They let you trade more than just futures. That's cool. Oh, 30 days, huh? Well, that's not necessarily a bad thing. Everyone wants to be funded right away. you know. But in all reality, it does take time. You got to build up consistency. So even though it's nice to know that you can get into some funded accounts fast, like Top Step, 2 days you're in. If you do it right, Apex a week. It's not necessarily a bad thing when other companies are requiring 30 days. They pitch it as it being a bad thing, trying to outsell over or sell themselves against other companies, but yeah, it's not bad, because in all reality, this thing's about consistency. If you're gonna do it, you want to take your time anyways, and you just want to do it right every day, So, good deal. Oh, 30 days to be paid. Oh, gotcha. Okay. Alright, so it looks like I missed my entry by 5 points. NASDAQ is just turning into another snooze fest today. Just so slow. But it looks like we're just going to grind higher. I hope we just keep grinding all day. That'd be cool. I'll take that. See if we can get up to 15,700 today. I think that is in the stars. Really do. So at this point, I have no real good entry unless something forms here for me. I have no good entry. If I was going to enter long, I'd be waiting for us to push up a little bit more into the zone and then get a pullback, and then I could take an entry towards the bottom of the zone. So that I like. Unless something happens where it creates more of a base right in here, I'd look at that too. But otherwise, yeah, it looks like we're going to get into the 600s, which is great. So I'd be looking for a pullback to the bottom of the zone. All right, hey, great job, man. Well done today. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. And actually, I think that's going to be it for me for today as well. Yeah, I think I'll wrap it up here. So, done trading anyhow. So everyone, thanks for joining. Don't forget, we're still doing the 300K raffle. So I'm going to give away a free Apex Trader funding account. It's a 300K account. You just have to be subscribed and make sure you join Discord. So subscribing is free. Joining Discord is free. There's no cost to you guys, and you still get that free 300K account, or one of you will. So I can't wait to give that away. So we're only about 100 subscribers away. So getting pretty close. But thanks for tuning in. If you guys are going to keep trading for the day, good luck to you. Stay green, make smart choices, and I will see you guys tomorrow. So have a good one.